Hello guys, today I am going to teach coordinate geometry. Coordinate geometry is very useful for any class. That's why I choose this topic, coordinate geometry. Coordinate geometry mein what we are gonna study, the coordinate system. What is the coordinate system? Distance formula, collinear points, and if we have the time, we will discuss the application of the distance formula. All these four topics we will cover in this class. So hopefully you are curious to know what is coordinate system. Okay. This might be the new things for you, or and most of you has been study in, in previous classes. So let's start with the coordinate system. Okay. Any plane, if you divide by two intersecting lines, or intersection should be 90-degree. Okay. So it divides a plane into four parts. One is first, it is called first quadrant. This is called second quadrant. Okay. This is called third quadrant. And this is called fourth quadrant. Please, for your how to remind it, it will goes anti-clockwise. Okay. First, then second will anti-clockwise. Don't go with this, please. Okay. Not the clockwise. So how would you remind? Okay, first quadrant, then second quadrant will be the left to the first quadrant. Okay. This is clear. These are the quadrants. Okay, sir. This is clear. Now, let me tell you what is this. This is x-axis. The horizontal line is called x-axis. Horizontal line, this line. This line is called x-axis. And the vertical line is called y-axis. That's it. I have written here what is x-axis and what is y-axis. Or please keep it in your mind. When you will go rightwards, so you will go in the positive direction of x-axis. Similarly, if you will go to the leftwards, you will go to the negative direction of x-axis. This is positive direction of y-axis. This is negative direction of y-axis. Okay, this is clear. Now, what is coordinate? If we are studying coordinate system, see any point in this form x comma y is called coordinate. Coordinate. Okay, so this x is called abscissa. This called x called is abscissa. First is abscissa. This is called abscissa. And this y is called y coordinate or ordinate. So can you tell me 3 comma 4? What is abscissa and what is ordinate? So the abscissa is 3 and ordinate is 4. Done, sir. Okay. Now the thing is, how would you know in which quadrant this point lie? Whether it will be in first quadrant or in second quadrant, third or fourth. So to check in which quadrant this is, so you have to look forward of the sign of the quadrant. See, if x is positive and y is also positive, in this case, x is positive and y is positive, then you can choose okay, x is positive here, okay, in this direction, and y is positive here. So we can say this is the house of first quadrant. So in first quadrant, we can say the sign are positive, positive. Hopefully this is clear to you. So any coordinates, any coordinate which have sign positive, positive of x-axis and y-axis always lies in the first quadrant. Okay. Now you can easily guess yourself. In second quadrant, what would be the sign of the second quadrant? What would be the sign of the x-axis? If you will observe in second quadrant, x is going towards left, so x will be negative, and y is going towards positive direction, so y will be positive. So beta minus 2 comma 3, in which quadrant they are lying? Sir, x is negative, we can say y is positive, so this is in second quadrant. Okay. Now let's talk about the third quadrant. If you can see, where is x? First, Please consider with x. See first x. X is going, sir, leftwards. This is negative. And y is, sir, again left. Y is going to the negative direction. So negative, negative. Acha, can you guess the fourth one? Yes. Yes, very good. So x is in the positive direction and y is in the negative direction. So I'm sure you can easily tell. Now please tell me 4 comma minus 6. In which quadrant 4 comma minus 6 lie? Sir, x is positive. I mean to say abscissa is positive and coordinate is negative. You can guess positive and negative. It must be in fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant. But most of the students are stuck here. Sir, 0 comma 7. Where does it lie? Sir, this is positive. This is positive. It will be in first quadrant. But no, this is not in first quadrant. This is not in first quadrant because 0 is neutral number. Okay. 0 is neither in first quadrant nor in 0 is neither positive quantity nor in negative quantity. So if one of them either x coordinate or y coordinate is 0, then they will not lie in any quadrant. So sir, where it will lie? They will lie on the x-axis. So let me tell you coordinate of x-axis. Coordinate of x-axis. Coordinate of x-axis will be any point. हम कह सकते हैं any point on x-axis is x comma 0 because or coordinate will be 0 or coordinate of y-axis या any point on y-axis is going to be yes please on y-axis x will be 0 y. So hopefully this is clear. Now tell me 0 comma 7. Where does 0 comma 7 lie? Sir, we can say x coordinate is 0. Then for sure this will be on the y-axis. Okay, shabash, very good. 0 comma minus 3. Please don't scare with the minus sign. But you have to check, sir, x coordinate is 0. Again, this is on y-axis. But it is on the negative side of the y-axis. Here, somewhere here. Okay. That's it. Okay. What about 4 comma 0? Sir, this is very easy. This is y coordinate is 0. So it will be on x-axis. So now hopefully you will not get confused. Okay, what is this? Which point will lie on where either on quadrant or axis? How would you remind about the coordinate x? It will be on the axis if one of the point is 0. Okay, one of x or y is 0. Done. Now there is a one special point which lies on the intersection of x-axis and y-axis. It is called 0 comma 0 because we do not move a single point. So this is 0 comma 0. Now tell me beta minus 3 minus 4 where it will lie. Sir, this is minus, this is minus. Obviously none of them is 0. They will lie in any quadrant, and as we can check, minus and minus lies in the third quadrant. Shabash. Done. Hopefully this is fine. Now in next slide I will teach you how to draw these points. Okay. Okay. See. Suppose that we have to draw 4 comma 3. We need to draw 4 comma 3 point. 4 is positive. First of all, let me know 4 comma 3 will lie. Where does it lie? This is lie 4 on x-axis, 3 on y-axis. Okay. Sorry, 4 is x coordinate and 3 is the coordinate. Okay. So this will lie in the first quadrant because both are positive. So we will move 4 direction, 4 units to the x. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why 4 unit? Because your x coordinate is 4. Now from here, the perpendicular distance, we will not count from here. We will count from here. Now we need to count 3 from here. See 1, 2, 3. But it should be in front of this. This is 4 from. Can you draw minus 2 comma 4? Yes, sir. Easily. Tell me. Minus 2 is, sir, minus 1. and this is minus 2. Now move 4 from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sir, minus 2 comma 4 will die. Isn't it? Very good, Shabash. So hopefully you have understood. Okay, how do we draw the points? Where will 4 comma 0 will lie? Sir, this is very easy. You told us, okay, if one of them is 0, it will lie on the axis. If ordinate is 0, it will lie on x-axis only. So 1, 2, 3. Please make sure the gap is equal. 3, 4. Okay. So 4, we did not move to the y, so this is 4 comma 0. That's it. Hopefully you have learned how to draw the point. Now, the main question is, can you tell me what is the perpendicular distance? See, what is the distance or perpendicular distance from x-axis? What is the perpendicular distance of this point from x-axis? Can you see? What is the perpendicular distance of this point? So perpendicular distance, they are talking about this distance. So what is this distance? This distance is 3, sir. Please don't confuse. In my experience, many student answers are 4. I am not asking what is the x coordinate. I am saying what is the distance from x-axis. So distance from x-axis is always the y coordinate. देखो, I have written here, distance from the x-axis is always y coordinate. Or better ये रहेगा y coordinate in modulus form, because distance can never be negative. This is modulus, means modulus of negative 3. This is a absolute value of 3 is 3. Means distance can never be negative. So what is the distance from y-axis? Y-axis, if you will observe, what is the distance from y-axis? So the distance from y-axis is, sir, 4. So distance of any point is x coordinate. So now, can you please tell me what is the distance of 2, 5 from x-axis? Better if you will plot 2 here and 5 is here. So 2, 5 will be here. Like that. Here. So 2, 5. Matlab, what is the distance from x-axis of this point? So x-axis distance is coordinate y coordinate. That is 5. And what is the distance from y-axis? You can say the distance is less than the x from x-axis. That is. So please keep it in mind. Now directly without drawing, tell me what is the distance from x-axis? Sir, now I can easily tell distance from x-axis. Distance from x-axis is 4, and distance from y-axis, because distance from x-axis is y coordinate. Now this, please be careful. Distance from y-axis, sir, minus 3. No, beta, I have told you no minus. Distance can never be negative. So the distance will be 3. Hopefully, distance thing is clear. Okay. Now, what is the distance of 4, 0 from, what is the distance of the point from y-axis? So we can say distance from y-axis is the x coordinate, that is 4. Distance from y-axis is 4. And what is the distance from x-axis? So this point did not move anywhere. This y coordinate did not move. So it is on x-axis only. So y coordinate is 0. So distance from x-axis is 0. Okay, we did not move anywhere. This is fine. We have completed 2 slides in which I taught you the quadrants and the sign of the quadrant. In this slide, I taught you how to draw the points and how to find the distance from x-axis and y-axis. Class 10th CBSE, the first question from NCERT exemplar, or mostly frequently asked in the board examination. This is very important. That's why I taught you. Now, let me tell you something new, or we can say I have divided the distance formula into 2 parts. One is distance between distance between two lines which lies on the x-axis, distance between 2 points which lies on the y-axis. See, if you observe, if two, if we need to find the distance of 2 points, they both lie on the x-axis. How would you recognize that their points lies on the x-axis? Because what? Because the y coordinate is 0. So how would you find the distance? The better way is you can count 1, 2, 3, 4. The distance is 4. But if it is this distance is very huge, then how would you find? So the formula is distance of AB will be modulus of x2 minus x1. x2 minus x1. Now what is x1, x2? See, x1, y1 coordinates are always in this form. P is x2, y2. So if you are confused with x1, x1 is the first point, your first abscissa of A, and x2 is this. So what is your x2 here? x2 is the first point of the second coordinate, first abscess. 6, this is minus 2. This will equal to 4. Okay. And done. Why did I use this one? Either you can use x1 minus x2. Not a problem. If you will say this is 2 minus 6, this is minus 4. At the end, distance cannot be negative, so this is also. So this is the sign. It means the positive number. Now, how do we find the value distance between point C and D? Find the distance between C and D. If they lie on the y-axis, so distance between C, D will be either y1 minus y2 or y2 minus y2. Let's say y1 minus y2. So what is your y1 and y2? So this is C. Can you for C point, you are counting C and D. So this is x1, y1, x2, y2. So y1 is 1, y2 is 5. So that is equal to minus 4. Please make sure distance cannot be negative, so distance is 4. So without drawing on the number line, can you tell me what is the distance between these 2 points? Minus 5, 0, and this B is 5, 0. Can you tell me on which axis are they lie? They lie on, sir, x-axis, because y coordinate is 0. So the distance of AB will be x1 minus x2 whole square. Oh, sorry, x1 minus x2 का modulus. So x1 is minus 5, x2 is 5. Basically, the distance is minus 10, that is equal to 10 distance. Got it? So we can find the distance like that. Now, if suppose C is 0, minus 4 and D is 0, minus 8, on which axis do they lie? Sir, x coordinate is 0, so they lie on the y-axis. So the distance between CD is, distance of CD will be y1 minus y2. Please make sure y1 minus y2, not x1 minus x2, because they lie on the y-axis. So what is your y1? This is x1, y1, x2, y2. So minus 4. Please see, minus is there and minus is also there. So this will be plus. And minus 4 plus 8, if we have two different signs, we always subtract the number and the resulting answer will be the larger sign answer. So answer is 2. So I made it this slide intentionally. Either we have a direct formula to find the distance, but that will be the lengthy one. Na? You can easily find if they lies on the x-axis or y-axis, both the points. What if next slide is what if they lie on the different position? The position is like that, x1, y1, and this is x2, y2. Suppose that position is like that. They are not lying on the either vertical line or the horizontal line. They lie in the slant height. They lie in the slant line. Okay. We need to find the distance, this point and this point. So please make sure we cannot find that formula because they do not lie either on a vertical line or the horizontal line. So let me tell you, first I will teach you how to find the distance geometrically and how can we find this algebraically or using the formula only. See, first of all, you should know what the Pythagoras theorem is. Everyone know Pythagoras in right angle triangle. If you will consider in triangle, right angle triangle A, if you will take right angle triangle ABC, so what is the property? What is the Pythagoras theorem? Pythagoras theorem says square of the larger side is equal to the square of the sum of the other two sides. Please keep it in mind. This formula is going to be used in this derivation. Okay. First, I will teach you how to find using derivation. So I need to make the screen change for this purpose. Let me do. Just give me a second, please. Let me make the screen black so that you can see properly. Okay. Now I am giving you the very, matlab, I could have give you directly the formula, but you should build your concept as well. So suppose that it's a coordinate system and why your one point is say 2 comma 3. So this is 2 and this is 3. One coordinate is 2 comma 3 and next coordinate is 5 comma 6. We need to find the distance between these 2 points. Okay, 5 comma 6 I just matlab guess के it will lie here on, not the exact one. See, we need to find the distance between 2 points. Let's draw with another. So these are the points. Okay, say give the naming. So this is, suppose that this is point A and this is point B. We need to find the distance. We cannot directly find x1 minus x2 magnitude or y2 minus y1. So how can we do this? What do you understand by two units? What do you understand by 2x coordinate is 2? The x distance is this much. What is 2? So if we see the, if we draw this, so this distance is 2. Do you agree? Because x coordinate always represent the distance to x-axis. So this is 2. And how much it is? It is 3. Likewise, if you will observe this, how much distance it is from, let me give the name. Say this is O, this is A, this is B. B is already taken. Say this is C. Okay. So what is the distance OB? Can you guess the distance OB? What would be this distance? We have to see what is the x coordinate. X coordinate is 5. You know, x coordinate is 5. So this distance, total distance is 5. Okay. Now, if this is 3, so what is the, you know, what is this perpendicular distance of x-axis is? What is the perpendicular distance from x-axis? I have already told you the y coordinate will be the perpendicular distance. Whole distance is 6 unit. Okay. This is 6 unit. Therefore, it might be tough for you for 1 or 2 question, but whenever you will be habitual, you can easily find. So let's see. Let's give the name. So this is D. You know, this is 3 unit. By symmetry, if 3, 3. And total is 6. How much will be BD? Sir, BD will be 6 minus 3. BD will be 6 minus 3. That is equal to 3 unit. Are you okay? Yes. Then if OC is equal to 5, OA is equal to 2, then what would be AC? Can you guess? What would be AC? Yes, sir. AC you can easily find. AC will be 5 minus 2. So AC will be again 3. So symmetry say this is also 3. Now we have to find the distance between AB. So you know, I have already told you. Now this is the right angle triangle ADB. In right angle triangle ABD, we know that AB square is equal to AD square plus BD square. So what is AD? AD is 3 square. Again, this is 3 square. So 9 plus 9, 18. AB square is equal to 18, then AB will be root 18. And root 18, if a number can be factorized, then we need to factorize that one. 2 nines are 18, 3 threes are 9, and 3 ones are 3. So a pair of 3 can come out because it's the pair AB is equal to 3 root. Or let me give you a simple calculation. If we need to find the square of, suppose that x square plus x square, then AB will be x root 2 directly. There is no need to do the calculation. Okay. So tell me, if AB square is equal to 6 square plus 6 square, then AB will be 6 root, isn't it? So this is the geometrically. How do we find the distance between these 2 points? With the geometry, we can also derive the formula. Okay. So the distance between 2 points AB will be, see, what was this? Isn't x2, I will prove as well. If you want, x2 minus x1 whole square or plus y2 minus y1 whole square. That's it. Okay. So this is, now you can easily put the value here. If you are not okay, then you can easily find the value from here as well. So what is your x1, y2? X1 is 2, y1 is 3. I have already taught you x2 is 5 and y2 is 6. So x2 is 5 minus x1 is 2 whole square plus y2 is 6 minus 3 whole square. Now you can say, yeah, sir, this is very easy. 3 square plus 3 square. This is root 18. Root 18 is 3 root unit. So either you can use the formula, but it's my duty to teach from where this formula came. This is nothing but the Pythagoras theorem. Okay. Got it? So you need to, it's your homework. Okay. You need to find the distance between point A minus 4 comma 6 and point B 2 comma minus 3. You need to find the distance between these 2 points. Okay, now this is it. Using geometrically and using formula. I did not put x1, y1, x2, y2 for proving this formula because you will totally confuse. Okay? So this is the basic funda. If you are interested to know, I can also teach how did we prove this. Basically nothing but I took the numbers and you have to put x1, y. Hopefully this is clear to you. And now what would be the, let's see, what would be the, we can say application of this. It can be the application of what these points, distance formula. Suppose that 3 points on a triangle is given. Point A is x1, y1. Point B is x2, y2. And point C is x3, y3. Okay, you need to prove, okay, you need to tell okay, which type of triangle is this. How do we know which type of triangle is this? There are 3 types of triangle in terms of sides. First is scalene, second is isosceles, third is equilateral. What is a scalene triangle? If AB is not equal to BC is not equal to AC. If all the 3 sides are not equal, this is a scalene triangle. So what would you do? You need to find the distance between AB first. Then you need to find the distance AC. Then after that, you need to find the distance BC. On the basis of these distance, suppose karo कि first distance is 3, second distance is 3, third is 4. What type of triangle is this? This is isosceles triangle. Okay. If all the sides are equal, all 3, you would say this is equilateral triangle. Okay, na? So these are the application of uh, distance formula. We will discuss all of these things into next class because class is going to be very lengthy, long. So hopefully you like this lecture. And then initially I have told you what are the collinear points, and I will discuss it to the next class as well. The 3 points which lies in a line, which forms a line, is called collinear line. Okay, we will discuss it in the next class as well. A, B, C. Okay, so they are not forming a triangle. Make sure collinear points do not make the triangle. The thing is, we will use the property of triangle AB plus BC. Sum of two sides should be greater than third side. AC. Okay, let me tell you, okay, how do we prove these 3 points are collinear? 3 points are collinear if sum of two sides is equal to the third side. Sum of two side is equal to the third side. This is the collinearity condition. Why they are collinear? So if the sides will be greater than, obviously it will be triangle. Because if the sum of two sides is greater than third side, it will be a triangle, and triangle will not be accepted in case of a collinearity. I will teach you in the detail. Okay, that's it. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye bye.